the beautiful soul family. It's Annette aka Shorty Love, and I am in the beautiful Phillip Island at the moment. It's so tranquil out here, and I've been wanting to do this light language for so long, and it just wasn't coming through until I got here, and then I realized why it wasn't coming through, and it's because I guess Mother Nature wanted to bring through this beautiful natural energy through this transmission for you guys. So I'll be channeling 2 transmissions for you today, and the first one is for cognitive dissonance. So this is the one that I've been guided to for quite some time now. It's been on the list. I've got a massive list, but like I said, Spirit always gets me to do it in divine time, at the right place, at the right time, with the right ambiance, and so it's really out of my control. I can't really control it. The only thing I have control over is maintaining my alignment, maintaining my vibration, staying in a good vibe, staying in a high vibe, so that when it does come through, I have the ability to become the vessel in the channel and deliver it for you guys. So cognitive dissonance, this is when you have conflicting beliefs, or you know, your mind's going in 2 completely different directions. So I remember there was an ad back in the day of this little kid, and he was like, crocodile came, ripped my guts out. He's like, bit me into parts and pieces, and then my head went that way, and then my legs went that way. So every time I think of cognitive dissonance, that's what I think about. I think about that ad. And the sun is going down, you guys. This is really beautiful. It's a beautiful time to be out here and be in nature. So what's actually happening is the sun just got overshadowed by clouds. So there's one set of clouds that have just overshadowed it and going that way, and there's another set of clouds coming. So that's really symbolic to cognitive dissonance, right? This is the light, this is the truth, this is your authentic integrity, this is your alignment, and then this is cognitive dissonance, where it's just like overshadowing that, and there's one thought and then there's another thought, and you're constantly at war with yourself. So you can have conflicting belief systems, you could have conflicting behavioral patterns, conflicting ideals. So an example of this is you think that it's bad to smoke, but then you actually smoke, and that can make you feel like you're at war with yourself, because on one hand you have this belief system that it's bad to smoke, on another hand you actually enjoy smoking, and so you're constantly like pushing and pulling against your own self, and you're in a state of war consciousness. Another thing is, you know, you can have a belief system. You could think something, you could think, I want to go there, and then somebody else says, you shouldn't go there, you should go there, and now you're thinking, maybe I should go there, I shouldn't go there, and you're just constantly, you know, going in 2 different directions. My head went that way, and then my legs went that way, right? So this can cause a lot of mental distress, a lot of mental discomfort for people. It can also cause things like when you're doing your daily things in life, you're doing your daily habits, your daily routines, your daily patterns, you're going to work, you're, you know, about to wash the dishes, you're about to have a shower, anything like that, and then cognitive dissonance shows up, then you could be going towards one thing, and then you could be thinking, oh no, but wait, I'm going to stop and I'm going to do this, because if I don't do this, then this is going to happen. You know, when you have those negative limiting belief systems and those negative limiting thoughts where you think, if I don't pick that up off the ground, then something bad is going to happen to me. And you just create, you literally manifest some sort of an imbalance or disharmony in your life by thinking that way. So we're going to bring through codes to help you to relieve yourself of this mental discomfort, relieve yourself of this spiritual war, this inner war that you're having within yourself, and be able to come into a state of alignment to your truth, so that you're not having these push and pull and tug of war with yourself. Another thing is, cognitive dissonance will really only show up, and it's almost like it's there to help you to come into a deeper state of alignment with yourself, and to find your truth, find your north node, find your space of home and integrity within yourself. So it's just like a little signal, it's just a little red flag letting you know that you're out of alignment, or you're a little bit off track from your natural state of being and your natural path and your true vibration. So just see it for what it is, just take it as that, allow it to show up when it shows up, and know that it's there to teach you that, you know, something or is off, or maybe you're a little bit off your own vibration or out of alignment with yourself, and just allow it to guide you into a deeper state of alignment with any negative energies and any low vibrational energies, any distorted energies. They're literally there to guide us back to our true authentic selves, back to our highest state of being, back into alignment with who we really are and our soul's core essence. So always look at the negatives or the bad things as just a redirection, as part of the compass that's like guiding you back. It's the little nozzle thing that's guiding you back to where you need to be. And when you're in cognitive dissonance, you're like this, right? But when you're in alignment, you're like this. You're aligned. And so it's usually when you're out of alignment, when you're in a lower vibrational state of being, that cognitive dissonance will show up. When you're in alignment, when you're in your highest vibration, when you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, when you're embodying your higher self, when you're connected to Spirit, Divine, God, Creator, Source, then cognitive dissonance doesn't really happen, because even when other people are telling you what to do, you know what you're supposed to do. Even when, outside information and energies are coming at you from all different places and people are projecting onto you, you're still in alignment. You just see it for what it is, and you're just literally repelling and deflecting that energy because you're so in tune with yourself that nothing on the outside really has any kind of effect on you. It doesn't really have any kind of merit in your energy field because you're full of yourself. You're full of your own energy. You're full of your own vibration. You're in alignment. You're embodying your authentic self. You're embodying your highest self. And so the greatest way to combat these types of emotions or these types of negative mental confusion and distorted patterns of thinking and habitual behaviors is to literally come into a state of alignment every single day. Align with yourself. Before you go anywhere, before you see anyone, before you do anything, align with yourself. Align with the truth of who you really are. Meditate, breathe, do some yoga, do some quantum healing practices, do some light language, do some Reiki. Never rely on anything outside of yourself, but be so with yourself that whatever your internal guidance system, whatever your intuition, whatever your gut, whatever your true self is guiding you to, you're able to go to that and you're able to align with yourself because you listen to yourself, because you trust yourself, you believe yourself, you have faith in yourself. And when you have faith in yourself, it's because you have faith in the divine. Faith in self, self-esteem, self-worth, self-value, self-belief, trust in self all comes when we build that connection with the divine, always, because then we're connected to God, Creator, Source consciousness. Then we become one with that consciousness, and then we realize and we understand that when we trust ourselves, the entire universe starts to work with us, in flow with us, because we're in faith, we're in complete surrender. We believe that the universe is working with us. We believe that we are God consciousness and God is us and we are God. We are one with that energy. If we are the offspring, then we're still connected to that energy, however you want to look at it, but you are one with the oneness of all things. You are one with Creator. That's why some people call it co-creating, right? Because you're co-creating with the creation of existence. But however you see it, once you embody that truth within yourself, then you trust yourself, and there is no room for cognitive dissonance anymore, because you know how to realign with yourself and come back to yourself, and you just see it as a trigger to tell you, dude, you're kind of flailing about, it's time to come back to self. And if you're in the moment, and obviously you're out and about, your day's already started, you're doing things, you're out in the public, and then cognitive dissonance shows up and it's like, hey, you should be doing this, why are you doing that, you should be thinking like this, you should be thinking like that. The best way to combat it is to just breathe in, 2, 3, 4, deep belly breath in, and then exhale with your mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in for the count of 4. Expanding your belly, creating space within yourself, and exhaling through the mouth, releasing all of that confusion, distortion, toxicity, low vibrations, letting it go, letting go of the negative energy. Breathing in unity consciousness for the count of 4. And exhaling separation, lack, war consciousness from your being. And continue to do that 4 times in, 4 times out, and deep belly breaths, so that you're creating more space within yourself, so that you're not constricted and contracted. Because when you're experiencing things like cognitive dissonance, you're in a state of fight, flight, or freeze response, or you're, repeating traumatic responses. PTSD can come up, these types of things, CPTSD, they're all kind of interrelated and interlinked. So if you can just come back to your breath and come back into the present moment. The breath is so important. It's pranic energy, it's life force energy. It brings life back into your being, and you're expanding that space. You're not contracting yourself anymore. These types of anxiety and tension, depression, cognitive dissonance, war consciousness, they make us so constricted and restricted, and nothing can move in that energy. Your flow can't move through you. Your energy can't move freely through you, and that's why you feel so anxious and so, like you need to do something now, or you need to make a decision now. Just breathe. And as you exhale and release that energy, breathe as many times as you need to come into that state of alignment. And when you are in alignment, then ask yourself, what is it that I should be doing? Soul? Spirit? What's the right thing for me to do right now? Ding! And then work from that space. Okay? Alright guys, so with that said, there's plenty of psychological reasons and research and stuff that you can do about it if you want to go into the real deep intellectual logical side of it. But I always like to bring through the solutions. I always like to bring through the light codes and light language and high vibrations, so that we can start to reprogram that way of being, reprogram those habits, rewire the nervous system, the neural pathways. And this isn't to say it's not going to come up. Usually when you do a healing, any type of healing, especially light language or Reiki or anything, usually when you do a healing, the phantom version of whatever you're experiencing will come up in the physical reality to test you in a way. The universe is just checking to see if you're going to handle it differently this time. So never, like I said before, never rely on anything outside of you, not even light language. I'm going to make a video about that. I'm going to make a video about why you should never solely rely on something or someone outside of you, because the whole purpose of your spiritual path and your spiritual journey is to come back into self, come back into alignment with self, be able to trust self enough, be able to trust this vessel that is walking you through this life, be able to trust the spirit within you enough to know that it will lead you and guide you to what you need at the perfect, right, divine time. It will lead you and guide you to anything and everything that you need on this path and this journey to be able to heal and liberate yourself. So coming into a state of bliss, we're going to take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Setting the intention now, opening up to receiving these light codes and this light language transmission to assist you to come into a state of deeper alignment within yourself, to release all patterns, programs, and conditioning of cognitive dissonance anywhere where it has become a habitual pattern of behavior for you, to allow yourself to relieve yourself and let go of all separation and war-based consciousness, to step into your truth, embody your higher self, be in a state of integrity, trust yourself, believe in yourself, and have faith in yourself. And to lead and guide you through Source, God, Creator, Universe, your higher self, your team of light, to any tools and modalities that you need at this time to help further heal your mind, body, and soul connection, and to help you come into a deeper knowing of who you truly are, your soul's path and your soul's purpose at this time.
Hiriatatu niratates juratate naratato kushiriatatane kateratatu shiriatatanaratatuschu. Hiriatatata kurutu. Hiriatata kitish juniatata trikitis janananu turitate. Hariatatus juniatata kretatas juriata. Hiriatana narakatas juriatatoriatatataratakatescha. Clearing out all of your channels, your claircognizance, your clairaudience, your clairvoyant channels, and your clairsentient channels, so that you are able to align more fully with your higher self, and hear yourself more clearly. Hear yourself and the world with love and compassion. See yourself and the world clearly through the eyes of Source. Removing all confusion and distortion. Bringing you into a state of clarity. Removing all war and separation consciousness from your mind, body, and soul connection. Removing all interference from your higher connection to the source and the divine. Removing all interference and distortions in your telepathic connections and communications with others. Helping you to trust yourself. Open up your heart space. Breathe in. Affirm. I am unconditional love. I embody my higher self. I am at one with God, creator, source, and the divine. I am spirit in physical form. I open up now to my power as a visionary and my vision of foresight, strengthening, heightening my intuition, my intuitive abilities, clearing my neural pathways, aligning my masculine and feminine energies, my intuitive and logical side, aligning my mind and heart so that they are working in divine coherence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. So I looked at the counter and it was 1944. So if that resonates with somebody, feel free to look it up. And I hope that this light language transmission assists you and it finds you in divine time. And always use it as a tool, as a resource. Come back to it as and whenever you feel guided to. Your soul will tell you, because now remember, you're trusting yourself, you're trusting your spirit, you're trusting your soul, you're trusting your internal knowing above all else and above everything. So allow it to guide you and lead you into whichever direction you need to go in. Follow that flow, and to find that flow, breathe in and let all else go. Take care, fam. Stay blessed. Stay high vibing. I'll see you guys shortly. Bye.